The Walk was released last fall during the rising hype of Star Wars. It was playing at my favorite theater, the AMC Metreon IMAX. Unfortunately, I was not given the time to indulge in that experience. So, recently when I fell ill, I decided to rent the movie as a means to cheer me up, and, well, I'm glad I did. The Walk. To Robert Zemeckis, Christopher Brown, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, thank you for this movie. The story follows high wire artist Philippe Petit. In 1974, he made a plan to walk between the Twin Towers in New York on August 6th. To accomplish this impossible and illegal feat, he recruits a team of people who are skilled in various talents. Day by day, week by week, month by month, they finesse the plan. When the day finally arrives, everyone feels anxiety and doubt. But Philippe remains strong, determined to take the walk. The true story of Philippe Petit's walk was documented years ago in a documentary called Man on Wire. I saw it a long time ago, back when it was recently new to the DVD releases, and I recall liking it a lot. But I never imagined that any filmmaker would dramatize the event, especially given the challenge of having to recreate the Twin Towers using CGI. But I'll be damned if I did not believe the Twin Towers looked like they actually existed in this movie, that they looked real. It lends to a mentality this movie adopts by which layered in subtext allows us to witness what the towers meant to so many people living in New York in that time. For many, the towers were a place of work, somewhere to clock in and earn a living. For others, the towers were a place to gain perspective and ponder life. For Philippe Petit, the towers were a dream, an impossible goal that only a madman would fight for. And to tell the story of a madman, the storyteller must also be a madman. Now, you may not associate that term with Robert Zemeckis, but I assure you I use that term in a complimentary light. The filmmaker was very ambitious and courageous with taking on this project. But given his track record and use of innovative technologies, this kind of story was right up his alley. Just like with his rendition of Beowulf, The Polar Express, and A Christmas Carol, The Walk uses technology to tell its story and inspire us. It's special inspiration too, because tightrope walking is not a profession I hear about often, and it's one I watch even less. But as this film showcases, the training required to be a great tightrope walker creates organic suspense and positive intrigue. And that intrigue fuels the most remarkable thing about this movie, its spirit. Getting a viewer to root for a guy who wants to walk between the two towers is not easy. That goal is not relatable. But what I can identify with is the relentless nature of a passionate individual who listens to the heart and pursues what they want. As a viewer, and in this case a sick viewer, I wanted Philippe to achieve his goal, and that's coming from someone who has no desire to ever see a real-life tightrope walker in person, and that means the storytellers did their job. The cast in particular is really amazing. They lend an energy to the story that elevates the joy factor to a height equal to that of the Twin Towers. Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Philippe is especially wonderful. He is one of the most likable leading actors today, and his charisma is at the heart of the swift pacing. Among the talented supporting cast is a sweet and sincere Charlotte Le Bon, a fiery Ben Kingsley, and James Badge Dale with a rock and roll attitude. It's really a testament to Robert Zemeckis and his awesome talent for casting. He is one of the few directors who understands that your CGI imagery may look great, it may look convincing, but without a phenomenal cast, all of the bells and whistles become meaningless. My favorite scene is actually not a scene, but these moments when Philippe eyes a place to put his wire, or his rope, rather. The camera does this really cool perspective shot. Now, I've been exposed to, my fair share of perspective shots over the years, but this one was very eye-catching and beautiful. It instantly communicates to us how this character looks at the world and how he embraces it. Given that, my world would be a dash happier if I had seen this in IMAX, because that's how I see the world. But format nerdiness aside, I love this movie. I really love it. I am very inspired by the vision of the film and just think it's a healthy watch, if that even makes sense. It is. It's a healthy watch. I'll just put it that way. The Walk is healthy, movie-wise. And I now, very proudly, own it. On Blu-ray, of course. I give The Walk 5 out of 5 stars. Thank you very much for your time. I sincerely appreciate it. Now, go be productive and just, do something inspiring. Whatever it is, just do it.